Welcome to a very special edition today of Lynn's Warriors. Today we're shining a light on a powerhouse group making serious waves across New York and New Jersey and beyond, I have no doubt, across America in the very near future. The Wonder Girls, USA, I'm going to add into that. These are rising stars. They're change makers, advocates, they're future leaders on a mission to empower, educate, and protect young women. Joining us are phenomenal Wonder Girls. I'm going to also call them warriors. We have today with us Vanessa. We also have Giana, and we also have Caila joining us. We're going to dive into the journey of the Wonder Girls, what makes them Wonder Girls, why they want to be a Wonder Girl, and how they turn all of what they do into actions. We're going to get into that. And also, the Wonder Girls, everybody out there, is a nonprofit with a mission of really building confidence, leadership, and community spirit. And here at the Warriors, our hashtag is community creates change, and the Wonder Girls are indeed doing that. The website, everyone, is wondergirlsusa.org. Welcome, Wonder Girls, to the Warriors.
Thank you.
Come on, don't be shy. Just jump in there. I want to start with, I think it's very interesting that I started the Warriors exactly the same time that the Wonder Girls started. And I remember thinking when I started the Warriors, oh, I need like a Wonder Girls group. And literally, like it popped up like online. I saw it like within a week. And I'm like, oh, I got to find out about these Wonder Girls and see what's going on here. And that's how it kind of started with our collaboration. I want to start with each of you. I want to hear your story a little bit of how you got involved with the Wonder Girls. What really drew you in this busy environment we're all in to the Wonder Girls? Giana, let's start with you. How did you get started with all of this?
Well, it started my junior year of high school. I was looking for a group to be a part of, and I heard Wonder Girls, and I was like, wait, an all girls group? This sounds amazing. So, my first meeting that I went to was incredible. I instantly gravitated towards all the girls in the group. I spoke to the mentors. I spoke to Irene and Natalie about their mission and their goals and what exactly Wonder Girls was. And I instantly was like, I need to be a part of this group. I need to be a part of change. And from that point on, I went to every single meeting. And then my senior year, I became the president of North Rockland. And it was just truly an amazing, amazing experience, pushing myself out of my comfort zone and just being around um, a like-minded like group setting of women and girls. It was just terrific.
I love that. That's very empowering because you feel there's power in numbers, right? So you feel like you're with like-minded or common mission or even common complaints or something like that, and you can learn from each other. It is very, it feels good. It feels like a cleansing or something, right? Like when you walk out of a meeting or, uh, I want to hear though also, let's go to you, Vanessa. Now, why? Why did you want to be a Wonder Girl? How did this all start for you?
So I started my senior year of high school. I stayed after school and we had a volunteering event. Volunteering is a very big aspect of what we do. So I remember very vividly this day, I was weaving these blankets that we were delivering to the old age home. And I had a lot of free periods as a senior. So I stayed for a really long time after school. And Irene, one of the founders, was like really impressed with my involvement. So she asked if I wanted to become an ambassador, which just dealt a lot more with outside of high school. Like it would be going to different events outside of high school, whether it was volunteering, doing other things with other schools. And I love volunteering. I've always volunteered at such a young age. So being able to be a part of that was truly like life changing for me, especially because all these girls in the organization, we all have a passion and a love for volunteering. So it was amazing to be around people that had that same value and interest as me.
What do you love about volunteering? I'm very serious when I ask that question because I encounter a lot of young people who say, I can't, I don't have time, I'm overwhelmed. Why do you love volunteering?
It's the reward. I feel like seeing those people's faces, whether it's a small change or whether it's life changing for them, you don't have to give money, you don't have to do anything like that. It's literally just your time. So for me, the reward is seeing those people's faces light up when you either deliver them blankets, or a couple weeks ago we went to go give food to the homeless shelter in Jersey, and that is a life-changing experience, because even just a simple like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, or just like being present and smiling at them is maybe the only smile that they get that day. So that to me is life-changing for me as well.
There's nothing like that feeling of providing an ear, like listening or also just being there, putting a hand on somebody's shoulder and just looking at them in the eyes also. And it's because we do at the Warriors a lot of in the community. We don't put pictures all over Facebook and Instagram. We just don't, going into these vulnerable communities. And the people are so gracious and happy and thankful when you give them, a bag of food, when you give some books for children. It is a really good feeling. Now, Caila, what is your story? How did you become a Wonder Girl? And actually, we should remind everybody that you came on our Warriors radio program. I think it was really about 3 years. I think it was about 3 years ago we did that.
Yeah. So my story is a little bit different. So I found Wonder Girls through one of the mentors who I had known previously, and she told me about Wonder Girls, and she was like, hey, I'm a part of this organization. I feel like you would really be interested. Just check it out. So I told my mom, and my mom was like, Caila, you're making me drive to Rockland County to do all this crazy stuff. What is this? And we went to the first meeting, me and my mom together, and we left. I remember it so vividly. We got back in the car from a Rockland Community Day, and I said to her, I was like, Mom, this is going to be like something that I do for a really long time. Like, I love it. Like, this is what I've been looking for. Like, this is what I've been needing. Like, I need something like this. And my mom was like, you're right, Caila. Like, we both need it. Like, I didn't know I needed it, and I learned from it. And from that day on, I've been a Wonder Girl through and through. I brought Wonder Girls to my school. Now the program's in my school. My school. I was the ambassador for my high school, and then I became an ambassador for Wonder Girls. It sounds so corny when I say it, but it has changed my life. It's changed my position on so many things, my outlook on life, my knowledge of gratitude and being thankful for the things that I have and giving back to others. And I've always loved volunteering, and it's been a huge part of my life. But being able to, like Giana and Vanessa said, with people who think the same way as me and agree with volunteering and how important it is, really has made the biggest difference in me and in the things that I do day to day.
And your mom is like, and I want to be a Wonder Girl too.
Yeah. No,
it's like,
no,
but no, that's also excellent, that because we as women also need our own groups of true empowerment. There's a
time she says her friends through Wonder Girls that she's met are just, she talks about all the time, the mentors are great, Natalie and Irene are incredible. I felt like I found a group within the girls, and she felt like she found a group within the adults, which was crazy that we both found something that we loved so easily.
And you can share this and talk about it. I mean, there's nothing better than that. And a shout out to Irene and Natalie. I mean, wonderful, wonderful leaders, wonderful warriors. I call them warriors, or the WG. They are just like the best. And every time I'm around them, it's like infectious energy. And I actually always say to them, I want to be a Wonder Girl. Yeah. I want to be a warrior Wonder Girl. And like, okay, you're a Wonder Girl too, whatever. But we love them so much for doing all of this. Now, let me ask you, let's go back to you, Giana. What has been your experience? I mean, we touched upon it already, but just describe one experience that we can share with our warriors, something you were involved with, with the Wonder Girls that made a difference in your life.
I would say the Goya event. Well, there's a lot of Goya events because
I was going to say there are a lot.
There are plenty of Goya events, but there was a specific event. It was my first Goya event, and I was on TV for the first time, and I was freaking out because I had to speak about my experience as a Wonder Girl. But as they were asking me the questions, my mind was at ease because it's just like being a Wonder Girl, it's you're just so true to yourself, and being in that atmosphere, actively communicating with other girls, other women about a like-minded goal such as helping people. In that moment I was just so taken aback at how I was actively being a part of change. I knew that once these people would receive these bags of food, I was just imagining, like Vanessa said, like the smiles on their faces and how it would personally impact their lives and make a change in their lives, because it was a cold day, it was a rainy day, and just coming together as a group, as a community, as a family, it's so empowering, and that's what I felt that day. So I would say that's something that really sticks out to me, although there's various Wonder Girls events that just life-changing.
Yeah, we would be doing this for the next year, listing every Wonder Girls event and community involvement and everything that's going on there. There is a lot going on. Now, Vanessa, can you separate out what sticks out in your mind? One event, something you've been part of, worked on, to share with us.
Besides like the Goya Gives event, which I also really love, that has to be one of my favorite events that we do every year. Um, One, I've been to the homeless shelter in Patterson. I've been twice with Rennie actually, and we went from 9 to 12 and we fed them. It was 2 rounds of food. So you don't have to sign up, you don't have to do anything. You can just come. We don't ask questions, and they come sit down and we serve them food and we pour out water, and they'll say hi to you, we'll say hi back, and it goes by so quick, and they're all so sweet. They're all like, "Thank you so much for being here." So that really just gave me so much light and hope that like I'm doing like such an amazing difference, like changing their life just with like one plate of food. So I've been twice, and many more times I will go again, but just an incredible experience to give back and just see them be like so gracious. It was amazing.
It is very interesting because we do a lot with the Goya food through the Wonder Girls, where we go into the communities and the people are just like, "Oh, you're giving me food? Like, is it free, or why are you giving it to me?" They're very humble about it.
Very,
They're,
yes.
I originally thought when I started this, oh, because I'm putting things on picnic tables and community centers and all that, like people would be grabbing things free, but they're very respectful and they're very, very down to earth about it and just thank you, thank you. And we know here in the United States, first of all, it's supposed to be 1 in 5 children go to bed hungry at night. If that's what we know about, it's probably 1 in 3 or 4 because numbers are always higher. And that is a problem with children and adults in America, the food insecurity. So it does feel good knowing you gave somebody some food they have, or somebody cares about them to give them food, I think is so important. Now we're up to you, Caila. What is, you've had time to think,
Yes.
what of all these events and different things, what's something that sticks out that you want to share with everybody?
I have to say, one of my first big events with Wonder Girls was the anti-human trafficking campaign that we did. I was a part of that,
Nice.
and I think that I didn't understand the magnitude of what Wonder Girls did until that moment. I didn't realize how much of a difference they made in not only other people's lives but my own life until that moment. And I learned so much from Natalie. I learned so much from what we talked about in the PSA. Like, it truly wasn't just getting on and talking these things that were on a paper. I learned about it. I learned so much from Natalie. And then later on, we continued that work in doing a teen safety summit and work with Homeland Security. And I just felt like I was growing knowledgeable on the topic so much that I was not only glad that I could be helping such an important cause, but also thankful for the knowledge that I now had that I can pass on to other people, other girls. truly sticks with me all the time, and I'm beyond grateful that I was able to be a part of that.
Thank you, all three of you, for sharing that, and thank you, Caila, for bringing that up, because we at the Warriors work on that
Yeah,
24/7. I kid you not, with what's going on, and I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but having a peer, you know what I'm saying, or a teen talk to another
absolutely.
teen is really what resonates, right?
Absolutely.
And so that is something we work on all the time, having the teen ambassadors to talk about it. I use the PSA all the time to show people. It's a beautiful PSA. I know you do a lot of work in January, the Teen Safety Summit. So that is tremendous work. That alone, right? I think we got it covered between Goya and the Teen Safety Summit and the trafficking. We got a lot done here. Now I have to go on to, we did touch upon this also about personal growth. Tell me, let's start with you, Giana. How long you've been a Wonder Girl? Give me like 2 words how you started, like describe yourself. Well, a couple of words, can't say 2 words. And what you think of yourself today. It's kind of a loaded question, but give us that kind of scale.
Okay, so I started Wonder Girls 3 years ago, and to describe my growth from then to now, I would say I've learned and I've adapted a confidence that I never really thought I would have. I'm a very out there kind of person, but also kind of timid. So I would say I've just gained a lot of confidence, and it's still a work in progress, as you can see. But Wonder Girls has taught me that growth is a continuous journey. It's not just something that you reach a goal and then that's it. It's a continuous journey. It's something that you work on every day, and I'm continuously improving and challenging myself to be the best version of me. So, like I said, I've gained a tremendous amount of confidence, and I'm still practicing. So,
I love that. And I want to take all three of you, all of the Wonder Girls, I want to bring you to all the women my age and have you teach them what they're supposed to be thinking and doing. But that's another program. We'll talk about that. Yes, confidence is, we talk about confidence a lot, right? But internally, like when we're alone with our thoughts, right? Or you're putting makeup on in the bathroom mirror or something, right? The mind goes, right? We start thinking about things. It's when we're alone that internal confidence is so important, because a lot of us can appear very confident to the outside world, right? Very vivacious and friendly, but it's our own, like, what do we really think about ourselves? Are we doing good enough? It's like all those types of questions we talk to ourselves about. So I like that about the confidence. We all need to build that confidence. Now, Vanessa, what do you have to say about this?
So for me personally, again, with confidence too, but more specifically in the public speaking aspect, I was very shy in high school. I would try to get out of any public speaking. I did not like it at all. And this has really pushed me to go outside of my comfort zone, whether it was talking to group discussions in different high schools, or whether it was at like gala conferences or doing speeches to like little kids at different schools. I was leading group discussions, presenting in front of peers. So in that aspect, it's given me more opportunities to practice public speaking, get more comfortable being in front of people, more comfortable like this, getting on the spot and answering different questions. So I would have never pictured myself being this much more confident than I was a couple of years ago. So I really owe it to them that they really pushed me to get outside of my comfort zone with public speaking.
I like that. But Vanessa, as you're speaking, I could see you like on a debate team, like, debating. I mean, you're so well, I mean, all of you are, but so perfect. But actually, that's one of the number one fears, is like public speaking for everybody. So that's a tremendous accomplishment to be able to go into any room and get in front of all those strangers or just even faces, and be able to, sound decent, make sense, not get lost in your thoughts. So good for you. That is a tremendous skill that will carry through to other skills in life. It'll really do well for you, for all of you. Okay, Caila, give us your starting point. I mean, I kind of know your story, but we're going to share with all the warriors your starting point to right now.
Absolutely. So I've been a Wonder Girl for about 4 years now, maybe a little bit more. But it's when I first became a Wonder Girl, I always consider myself a very outgoing person, a very confident person. I've been a competitive dancer my whole life. So I always had that group sense of being with a group that understood me, understood what I was doing at that point in my life. And then when I went into high school, I stopped dancing competitively. I started teaching dance, and I felt like I lost that. I felt super disconnected. I felt like I didn't have something that I fit in with, something that we say it all the time, filled my cup, something that made me happy, that just filled me with joy, that I had no fight to go to, no fight to do. I just loved it, and I couldn't find that for a really long time. And once I found my footing with Wonder Girls, I realized that that was my place. I think that now I'm confident in my own skin outside of, like you said, outside of public settings, that I can easily go into any room and make a friend. Might not be a lifelong friend, but I can talk to somebody and make a new friend and make a new acquaintance. And that's something that Wonder Girls has taught me. Also, I've been able to, I think, step out of my own self a lot more, especially going into college and going into adult life. I'm really able to empathize with others and realize that there are lives happening outside of mine, and it's important to take note of that and to learn from that and to grow from other people. And Wonder Girls is the number one reason for that.
I love that because it took me many years to realize compassion, almost like we're so busy with our own lives, we don't think about what's going on in that person's life, kind of thing, or what brought them to that point, kind of thing. So I love we're thinking about others, putting maybe there's a story behind the scenes we don't know about that makes them the way they are, or maybe just us walking in a room and saying, hello, or how are you, or my name is, can break ice and make somebody else feel a little good about themselves and come out of their shell and, be inclusive of that kind of thing. Now, I have to, whether you like this or not, I got to get to it because it's a lot of the work we do at the Warriors. I'm very concerned about the internet, about online, digital safety, all of that. I don't think I have to lay out. I think you are smart young women. Share with us. Vanessa, let's start with you this time. Give us the landscape today, your thoughts on what is going on the internet.
It's definitely very scary seeing and hearing different stories, because you always think like it's not going to happen to you. I see it and I hear about it, but it won't happen. You have to be aware of it.
Yes.
And just proceed with caution. Even though you don't think it would happen, you don't know that for sure. And now with the internet and everything, it is very scary because people can, edit posts, they can change their voices, they can do a lot of these things that it can make it seem like you're talking to someone who you think a real person or that you know them, but it could be a complete stranger because it's behind a screen. So it is very scary and very dangerous. So my advice is just be super cautious, proceed with caution, don't believe everything you see, don't believe everything you hear, and to just be informative and just to be careful.
And to maybe, not that I want to preach to the Wonder Girls, be involved with your actual friends online, your actual family members, as opposed to strangers that could appear as just another peer, right? And I'm glad you brought up, Vanessa. People put a lot of tremendous fake. Their lives look so good, right? They're out, or they own this pocketbook, and they're out having the good life. They're this, that. And we have all these studies that prove all of this, making other young people feel very bad about themselves, like, oh, maybe why does she have a Louis Vuitton pocketbook? I'm just using this as an example, kind of thing. And that should not be the focus of the internet. Unfortunately, a lot of that pressure is put on because your age group and children younger that is what these big tech companies want you. You're the product. You're the eyeballs. They tell us this. Like, we know this. You're the eyeballs. You're the consumer. You're going to be there for life, right? Because you're young. You're going to carry it through. And so we need, for instance, like the Wonder Girls to share as much information about digital safety. And frankly, pretty much 30 and under has been born in this digital bubble, right? So it's not anybody's fault, right? We're not judging, just been thrown at everybody. So many young people put their private information online, right? It cannot be. I don't know if I don't know if you talk about this at all, but you cannot even innocently, if you're standing in a picture and your house is in the background or something, they can figure everything out, where you live, they see you, they can know your age. We have to be very careful in teaching about this personal information. Giana, what about your experience with? Do you all use phones and laptops, and do you all have phones?
Yes.
Yes.
And do your phones all have internet capability?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and I assume you take a lot of pictures with your phones.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it is fun having a camera, because in my day you had to have a real camera and then go get your pictures developed. It was a real drag, so this is great to capture moments continuously and do it yourself kind of thing. You don't like it, you can get rid of it kind of thing. But tell us, Giana, your experience with the internet.
I would say the internet, it's a very amazing place, but with all pros, there are cons. You can get really creative, express yourself, which is a positive side, but of course, there's the scary side of things, the uncomfortable side of things, that human trafficking and stuff like this are brought into like that. And I would say I've had a lot of scam experiences. Even in college, I've had weird calls, I have weird text messages, and the internet is very instant. People can get information instantaneously, and it really is scary. So I would say educating yourself is very important, and learning preventative action, and kind of unfortunately thinking of like putting yourself in the place of those like crazy people and how they will try to get your information, how they will try to lure you into certain things. You have to tap into the reality of things to protect yourself. It is unfortunate, but like I said, it is the reality of things.
I'm so glad you used the word reality, because we want to be real. Like, what
Yeah.
is our goal? We want to talk open and honestly, right? The internet, here to stay, not going anywhere. And you pointed out it's a wonderful thing. Look at us now. We're all talking. We're all in different locations. I talk to people across the world. It's fabulous, right? But there's always that flip side. Wherever there's fabulousness, there's always that criminal. And I like that you said, Giana, unfortunately, but kind of fortunately, and that's the kind of information, other young people need. You have to kind of put yourself in the shoes of that predator. There's no other way I can say it. Trying to get over and kind of role play. I think that's very important for young people to understand, almost like a role play, that this is what they're thinking, this is what they're doing. And the bottom line is, they don't care about you at all. It's all about making money. It's a very crass answer. They don't care about a thing except making money off of you. So that's what, and if you know that, okay, you're 10 steps ahead already, right? And so sharing that information is important. Now, Caila, if we have some Wonder Girls out there listening, what do you want to tell them about the internet? Give us, your experience, the landscape, and what you want to tell them about it.
Absolutely. So I'm a fashion merchandising major at school, and one of the main things we actually talk about is social media and the obsession and borderline addiction to social media, and how much it truly affects people's shopping patterns, mindsets, honestly all around lifestyle, and how it can very easily become unhealthy. And it's just like you mentioned it before about people posting the perfect moments in their life and the great moments in their life, and I have this person, I have this car, and realizing that especially on younger girls our age and even younger than us, it takes a toll. And just knowing that nobody sad is posting on social media, they're not posting their sad days, they're only posting their best days, and being aware that it's all fake. Even though we're posting about our real lives, we're only posting on our good days. We're not posting on our bad days when we stub our toe and it hurts for an hour. We're just posting when our hair looks great and we have a cute outfit on. So just knowing that that's not the reality of everybody's life, and knowing that there's a person behind that has bad days and you can have bad days too, is really important. I teach dance, and the girls that I teach to are very young, and seeing them on their phones or when they come in and they're like, look what I got off TikTok shop or my new Stanley. I'm like, guys, this shouldn't be your whole life. Your whole life should be with your friends and going to the park and doing all of these things instead of obsessing over the next best thing and what's huge right now, because even though it's huge online, it doesn't have to be huge to you.
Yeah, I like that. It's also, we try to teach actually at the Warriors, start with 15 minutes a day of putting the phones down, just 15 minutes.
I lock all my social media until 11 a.m. and then after 10 p.m. so I can't go on them.
Oh, I love that, because we do have various studies. It is a true addiction. We have addiction camps that not only young people go to, and children, adults have to go to. We know that the last study we were given, ages 9 to 17 spent up to 9 hours a day online, right? So that doesn't leave a lot of time to do anything else. But we teach, put the phone down and go out for a walk. Put the phone down and an actual book, not reading online, like an actual book. I never thought I'd have to say, like, pick up a book, like touch it, feel it, turn a page. But we got to do what we got to do, kind of thing. Now, I want to get into some teen safety. This is so urgent. I know the Wonder Girls, you promote awareness and actions around violence, harassment, exploitation. What have you learned at the Wonder Girls, Vanessa, in the workplace? Like because this is another program, everybody, but that has always been a big thing that was swept under the rug, how women should act in a workplace. It was kind of like you just accept however you're treated. You don't say anything. You're in fear for like your job or a promotion or whatever. What are they teaching you about that? Because it is coming out into the public a lot more now about speaking up, speaking out, and how things should be in a working, or it could even be in a college environment, even a high school environment, like how you are treated.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I feel like they have taught us, no matter what the outcome, you should definitely speak up. It never hurts to ask for promotion if you feel entitled that you should deserve one. The worst they can say is no. If you walk in there with confidence, explain why you deserve it, why you're willing, that you've put in the work, you've put in the time, that you're deserving of it, and you give them the reasons for this promotion or raise that you want, and let's say they turn it down, at least you walked in there with everything that you wanted to say. You know that you were deserving, you know that you were willing to put in the effort to deserve like that raise. And if they didn't see your value, then somewhere else will. And you can walk away there knowing that, I did my best, but you know what? Maybe this is a new journey and path for me. And you find another place. I feel like they have very openly told us that rejection is okay. Rejection is just redirection. You can find another place, a better place that might be a better fit for you. In the workplace, it's not the end of the world. So I've learned, definitely speak up about your worth and your value. If you feel like you are deserving and you are willing, definitely speak up about it. And the worst they can say to you is no.
I mean, exactly. If you don't ask, you don't know, right?
Exactly.
And you'll spend more time mentally obsessing about shoulda, coulda, woulda, afraid, than actually just doing it and getting rid of it. Does that make sense? Like, just go for it. And I also like rejection is redirection. Absolutely. We need to teach that to everybody. That means it wasn't meant to be. There's something better out there. You're worth more. We have to teach that, as opposed to what did I do? Why didn't I get it? It's my fault. And then internalize that. No. Rejection is redirection. Now, Giana, what do you have to say about all this?
I would say I feel as though harassment in the workplace, especially towards women, has been normalized or brushed under the rug.
Yes.
And God forbid it happens to you in any type of way. If you're put in a position where you feel uncomfortable or your gut, your intuition is telling you that there's something wrong, like Vanessa said, you speak up about it. No matter if you feel like, oh, it's going to cost you your job, if people are going to start acting different towards you in the workplace, you speak up about how you feel. You express your truth to people, because there's no amount of money that is worth your safety, and you shouldn't have to tolerate unjust and uncomfortable behavior for anybody or under any circumstance. So speak up, be aware, and definitely know your worth, not just the value that you bring to the table, but just know what is wrong. If something feels wrong to you and somebody else is telling you that it's okay, listen to yourself. So that's what I would say.
Always listen to your gut. I love that because in my day, as I will say to you a lot, they would say you don't speak up. Do not. Even if you had a woman who was a boss, that was the thinking then. You just don't speak up. Just let it go. And I like that you said normalized, because I think society, with everything going on, very habituated, very used to this. So it kind of goes in one ear out the other. Nobody's paying attention, but you speak up. So you are allowed now to speak up. I want you to do it for all of us, because we were not allowed to speak up. You just didn't do it. And we know where that led to a lot of horror, kind of thing. So I'm happy you have voices. You're worth it. Nobody should treat you a certain way. If your gut, when your gut tells you something, right? You go with that gut. You speak up. So I want all of you to do that. Now, Caila, what do you want to add to this?
I want to turn it a little bit back towards Wonder Girls and how Wonder Girls has taught me this.
Yes.
I've been on so many events with Natalie and Irene. I've been to interviews, to TV interviews, radio interviews, to volunteer events, and just the way that they, as two powerful and confident women, can command a room and can put themselves at the forefront of a discussion and really make sure that what they're saying is heard, and everybody in that room knows that they're important when they speak, is so important to me. And I feel like I've learned so much just by watching them. I say all the time, they're the definition of like a girl boss. Like, watching them work and watching them operate has taught me so much about what behavior is acceptable in the workplace, because similar to what Vanessa and Giana were saying, that if something's not right with you, you have the power to speak up and say it. And watching Natalie and Irene speak their truth and speak up about everything at events, at volunteer events. And I've also gone with Natalie. I've shadowed her a few days with her PR company, and just seeing really how she commands a room and how she does her job with such ease is so incredible to me. And I feel like now I've gained so much, and that when I go into the workforce, I'm confident in the fact that I can also lead with that confidence and mindset that I'm bringing value to your table and I deserve to be heard.
I love that as well. And I also want to throw in about Irene and Natalie. They do it with such grace.
Yes.
And
yes.
kindness, right? There's no like,
absolutely.
We use the word like boss, right? But not that bossy kind we don't like.
No,
right?
never.
They just do it with very
with such ease.
Natural.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Natural grace and,
Absolutely.
smile. And they just do the work, and they know the mission, they know the goal. And that is something I find very like infectious. It makes all of
Yes.
us then want to be on that level and emulate that and be like that, because I know for myself when I'm around them, I'm actually a lot calmer, because they're a lot calmer than I am, because I'm a boom, 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 boom type.
Yes.
They get it all done. They're a boom, boom, boom type, but they get it done in a different way. So I appreciate their graciousness about how they do and how they're teaching,
Yes.
all of our girls and young women how to do this. I mean, it's actually wonderful. Vanessa, I want to ask you, what do you think the biggest challenge to teens today is?
Biggest challenge, I feel like their self-confidence mentally. I feel like with the internet, like we were saying earlier, it's been such a big impact in a lot of teens' lives now. I've seen girls younger and younger now start getting social media, even with like girls wearing makeup younger, doing social media younger. It's just kind of flowed toward the younger class now. And it's been a big impact on, I feel like, their self-confidence because they see all these other girls wear makeup, wear these clothes, and it's influencing these younger girls to do that as well. So I feel like a big issue that a lot of teens now has to probably just be self-confidence with social media too, seeing, perfect life, perfect body, perfect clothes, perfect face. It's all editing, it's all filters. You don't know if it's real. And it's a comparison thing that a lot of girls feel like I need to look that way. I need to look that certain way. And it could be really draining towards someone who was younger, like a younger girl and a teenager as well. But that's I definitely see that as one of the biggest issues nowadays. Even like in my friends, even being like a 20-year-old, it's still something that can happen to adults as well, not even just teens. But yeah, I feel like just the self-confidence with social media and all of that has been an issue that I've seen the most.
Giana, I want to ask you, leading out of what Vanessa just said, um, there's something called parental autonomy, right? And so we can't tell like a parent or a guardian like when to buy their child a phone, right? Or a game or anything, right? That's up to them, right? They do it. Like we can't. But if you could talk to a parent, right? And as Vanessa just pointed out, because I'm seeing a lot of skincare products now with like 10 and 12-year-olds, they're trying all these different things. And like, how would you talk right now to a parent or a guardian about the internet and their child? Like, what would you say to them?
I would say you need to know your child. Even if you are a parent and you have multiple children, know that each child is different. So if you feel like one of your kids is able to handle social media at a younger age, just because that kid was, doesn't mean that your next child would be, if that makes any sense. But just knowing that each kid is different, just because your friends' children are acting a certain way at this age doesn't mean that your child's going to act that way. And knowing that the internet truly is such a scary place, there's people every day after your children, whether it's through games, through voice chat, whatever it may be. So be aware, but also tap into your parenthood. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to tell them no. It's okay to give them direction, and also be an example, be present. And I think just show them how you want them to act in a way. It's okay to be unique. It's okay to be yourself, but children need guidance at the end of the day. So that's what I would say.
I like that. Now, Caila,
Yeah.
what would you say to a girl out there? We'll just say girl, it could be 10, 12, or it could be a teen who is feeling unheard. She feels like nobody's listening to her because we know that leads to a lot of vulnerabilities, then seeking online, companionship or talking to strangers online. What would you say to somebody out there that is feeling like this, feeling insecure, feeling like they don't have friends, just feeling down?
I would definitely say to make sure that you remember all time in your life is temporary. Everything that's happening in your life is temporary, that there is a fix and there is a solution, and there's a healthy solution and a not healthy solution. So to just make sure that you're speaking to a trusted adult, even though you don't feel that you can confide in them, try talking to someone else. I know I'm beyond lucky with my support system. My mom is incredible. I have Natalie and Irene, but I also know that at any given time I can go to my school counselors and talk to them, or I can lean on a friend, or I can lean on my siblings. I know there's always someone in my corner. So just knowing that you may not feel like there is somebody, to try talking, and you'll be surprised by how many people care about you and do love you.
Yeah. I like that too. I want to talk about, we have a very exciting event coming up next week on August 6th. August 6th, we're going out to the beach, West Hampton Beach. Who wants to talk about it? Anybody? Before I describe it, we're just going to get together, the Warriors, the Wonder Girls. We're going to mingle, have some food, talk about what the Wonder Girls do, have done, what it means, and really we want to build the Wonder Girls. We're not out in that community out on Long Island, and just spread, building new coalitions of Wonder Girls. What do you think? Just jump in here, all of you. Doesn't matter. What do you think of all this? Because really people are visual. And so when I was speaking to Irene and Natalie, I'm like, people have to meet the Wonder Girls. Like, I just can't talk about the great Wonder Girls. They have to actually meet them, because that's what motivates people. So we're doing that 5:30 to 8:30, and we're doing that at the Ocean Resort Bath and Tennis. And I'll have all that information, a link in the body of the video. Who wants to talk about that? Anybody?
I can.
Go. First come, first serve. Just jump in here.
I'm so excited for this event. I'm so excited. I could talk about Wonder Girls till I'm blue in the face, about all the great things that we do, about all the amazing experiences that we've all been allotted. But I think that it's so important to get to talk to us face to face.
Yes. Caila disappeared again, but she'll sign back on, and when she does, we'll continue that. But I'm so happy you'll be with us, the Warriors, and meeting new people, and they'll be hearing, a lot of them for the first time, about the Wonder Girls and the wonderful programs. Here comes Caila. I think I'm seeing something, but in the meantime, Vanessa, what's up next for you?
For me, so did you want me to speak about the Hamptons event at all, or just what's in the future?
Yeah, whatever you want. Like, I'm so excited. You're all going to be there next week, and I'm able to introduce you to people who aren't familiar with the Wonder Girls. I see Caila lurking. Here we go. Here you go.
This technology is killing me today. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It is big tech. All this technology, and it's always acting up. I'm telling you. Now, where were we?
With me?
Yeah, you were saying something, but then you disappear, or maybe you're done. I don't know. You're just excited about being at the event next week.
I'm so excited. I was just saying how I think it's so beneficial to talk to us in person and really get to meet us and know why it's important to us, because we can write testimonies and we can talk online all we want, but really seeing it come from us. And I know every single ambassador and every single Wonder Girl has their own story to tell, and hearing that really changes your perspective and makes you understand why this is so important, not only to us, but to other people, and why it needs to be important to other people.
Yeah, and showing people success, right? Because the landscape, the environment, including media, they always show us, they do it on purpose. They like to show bad a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Bad sells. Like, I'm always saying, why aren't we showing more good? Good sells. We got to start the movement of good sells, kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. Now, Vanessa, let's get back to you. What's up? Tell us about your feelings about next week, and also what's up next for you. Do you have anything you want to share with us that's happening?
So I'm also super excited. I also do agree with Caila that speaking with us face to face is way more beneficial, because you can hear it in our voices how much this means to us and how grateful we are to be such a part of this amazing organization. And I'm just excited to meet like different people, get to, connect with different individuals. And I'm just excited to see my fellow ambassadors too. And also just being in Long Island is a place that we haven't been yet altogether. So just getting the word out there on that side is also really exciting. And for me, I'm going to college late August. I'm an incoming junior at Binghamton. I'm doing pre-law right now. So that's coming up. So I'm really excited. And I'm doing my internship at the Center for Safety and Change, which is through Wonder Girls. Actually, they gave me that opportunity. So that's what's next for me. So I'm excited.
That is very exciting. And we need women in law to help other women with different issues, right? There's a lot of need for vulnerable women and girls that need law representation. So right now I'm urging you, when the time comes, to do all your pro bono work in the field of helping women and girls. That'll be for the next program. but that's exciting. Congratulations. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Now, Giana, finish us off next week. And
I
you, what's cooking for you?
I am so excited for next week. I think having both organizations come together, I think that's going to be amazing because although both have commonalities, there's also differences, but differences are beautiful. So I think interacting with one another, just meeting different people and getting to talk about our experiences, whether it is through Wonder Girls or through with you guys, I think it's going to be really amazing, really fun, and very informative. And we're always looking to educate ourselves, so that's amazing. And then what's next for me in the future? In late August, I'm going back to college. I'm in my sophomore year at Rampo College for nursing. I love helping people. I'm very excited. And then the following year, I start my clinical, so I get my hands-on experience. So I'm very, very, very excited.
Excellent. I mean, you three are really examples of just excellence. I just want to say that to you. And I just want to go back that we need more collaboration, bringing the Warriors together with the Wonder Girls, different missions, but a lot of similarities because we work with a lot of girls and young women, in vulnerable communities that will fall into trafficking, right? And we don't want that. And you work on educating, even the PSA, which we mentioned, and things like that. I've been showing to a lot of young women and girls, and really they sit up and they watch when I show them that. So collaboration is also the key. Confidence. We have a lot of C words. We'll finish up. Final thoughts. What would anybody like to share before we sign off?
Thank you for giving us this time to talk with you and
I could talk to you for 24 hours. I said 30 minutes. It's
Me
going on an
too.
hour, but because there's so much to talk about and it's positive. I mean, I love talking about positive. But anybody throw in some thoughts. Anything?
I'm so excited for next week.
Okay, I like that. Vanessa? I know
Anyone who's watching, follow us on Instagram, wondergirls.org, and just keep a lookout for all the amazing things that are coming up in the future.
Oh, I have one more.
Go ahead, just jump in here.
Any parents who are watching, make sure you check out our Instagram and look into our summer camp that's coming up 3 weeks in August. It's about confidence building. There's a bunch of different workshops, and it's a really, really great experience. And it's our second year doing it, so make sure to take a look.
Yeah, you're both stealing my job so far because I'm putting all those links. No, I'm putting all those links in the body of the video. I'm like the summer camp, the PSAs, the Instagram. Of course, I load it down with everything. But thank you for bringing it up. But go ahead, Giana, finish us up.
Okay, so for anybody watching out there, thank you guys, and thank you for having us. I want to say anybody can become a Wonder Girls right now, right here. It's an amazing, amazing group of people. There's amazing opportunities out there. It's an amazing community, so I definitely say join. And I'm so very excited for next week, and I can't wait to be a part of change.
Oh, I love that because, again, our hashtag is community creates change here at the Warriors. And you three and all the Wonder Girls, Irene and Natalie, are doing it. And that's what makes all the difference. That brings us, I don't like to say this, to the end of our incredible conversation. You three are so inspiring young women, Wonder Girls USA. I want to thank you for your honesty, for your strength, for talking up. We like that. Standing up for yourselves. And now we want to teach everybody else, how they can stand up for themselves as well. Leadership, right? You're actually taking action. Most people complain a lot and take no action, right? You're taking action. It resonates when you talk. We've pointed this out a couple of times with your peers. That's what makes all the difference. Just don't, how can I put this? I said it already, but I'll say it again. I need you to help me do my job, right? Because I can keep talking about what digital safety, whatever, but to have you talk about it to your peers, what makes all the difference. So I hope to have a lot more collaboration with the Wonder Girls. Website again, everybody, wondergirlsusa.org, Instagram. They're all over the place. They're on Facebook. I will have this body of the video loaded down with the summer camp, with the PSA, With the event link for August 6th, we expect everybody in the tri-state area, and even if you live in other states, we expect you to fly into New York and well, we do. Take a train, ride a bicycle. We don't care. We want you to get there. And we also want you, again, the information will be in the body of the video. If you have questions about the Wonder Girls, how you can start in your school a program, be an ambassador, anything, you will have the information there to inquire about all. And with that, I want to say to the three of you, stay strong, stay aware, and always stay wondering, and always remain warriors. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take good care.